Alright, welcome back to part 2 of the Star Fox Adventures live glitchless tutorial that I have been working on here. Where we left off in the previous part, we just finished the first spellstone and entered orbit to head back to Dinosaur Planet. We are going, in this video, I intend to get through the second spellstone, so through Cloudrunner Fortress. If you didn't see the first part, you should stop watching this part and go and watch the first part as well, probably. But either way, let's just hop to it. It'll be on the same file I was working on before. And the first thing that we are going to do is fly back to Dinosaur Planet, right where we left off. So you left Dark Ice Mines. It'll be 2 left inputs to go back to Dinosaur Planet. Press A when General Pepper says great, or like right after he says great, to avoid the lag spike. It'll like, you know, his horn will blare and then he'll say great, and you press A right after that. Same drill as always with the Dinosaur Planet flight. There's really nothing to say about this other than just make sure that you do your full boosts every time that you're able to. So the first segment that we're going to be doing when we get back to Dinosaur Planet is the Fireweed segment, which is actually a pretty hard one and pretty technical to get it like right. It's really awkward actually. So this might take a little explaining. See if you can get scoreboard skip by mashing A. We did not get it. When you get back to Dinosaur Planet, this first cutscene will play where the Thorntail begs you to turn on their night lights by lighting the fire beacons around Thorntail Hollow.
You've got to help us. Those horrible shark claws put out a lovely beacon.
Now, so the very first thing to note when coming here and right after leaving this cutscene.
I'll see what I can do.
Don't forget about the spellstone, Fox. You have to return it to the first one.
So first of all, since I save and quit, I have nothing equipped right now. However, you would have just fought Galdon, meaning you should have Fire Blaster equipped. So I'm going to equip Fire Blaster, but if you were in a run right now, you would already have Fire Blaster equipped. I'm also going to turn off the PDA, which should already be done as well. Now, very first thing to note is how many bomb spores do you have right now getting back from Dark Ice Mines? You need 6. You want 6 coming back from Dark Ice Mines. If your luck with the bomb spores was excellent in the first part of the run that I covered in the last video, then you will already have 6. But if you do not, then you need to... Very first thing you need to do is pull out your Fire Blaster, shoot the bomb spore plant. That was bad and slow. And collect however many you need. I am 1 short, so I will get 1. Now, so collect your bomb spore, and then the next thing you want to do is beeline for the fireweed tree, okay? Which is to our upright, sort of, from here. You also want to aim with it and then target as you approach it, like that. Hit the fireweed tree forward so that 1 falls. Then go and pick it up. As you know, surely this is a huge pain in the butt. The fireweeds try to get away from you. They damage you. You can take a lot of damage during this segment from them, actually. So, like, you know, try to be careful, but also try to be fast. It's tough. It just takes practice. Actually, before I actually pick that up, I'm going to save in case I have to restart this segment. Now, so after you get the first one, go ahead and pick it up. Just by running into it. Mash A. Now turn around. Hit the fireweed tree again. Grab the one going this way. Hopefully it doesn't get past the Thorntail. That was pretty bad luck for us. Now go back and get the third one. You only need 3. Very good. So now, I'm going to do some pretty quick movements, but I'm going to explain what we're going to be doing. You're going to pull up the C menu. You are going to equip the fireweeds. You are going to highlight the flame command. And you are also going to be running forward towards the slope to get to the first beacon, which is just to our right. It's the closest one, so that's what we'll start with. You're going to be running forward from where we are right now towards that slope, and you're going to pick up the yellow gem from the plant as well. So we're going to open our menu, equip fireweeds, whoops, flame, grab the yellow gem. I like to come around this tree. Now this part is a little tricky. I'll have to pull up my menu again because I'm stopping to explain. But you want your menu pulled up like I had it, fireweeds equipped, and flame command highlighted. Then keep running towards the beacon. When you reach the beacon and the C button turns on, press A to use the flame command, because it's highlighted, and then roll your thumb over to Y to use the fireweed. You can actually have Tricky start flaming this one before you place the fireweed, and if you're doing this while moving, do not stop. Okay? Like, that's important. That actually is like what makes this work. Don't stop running towards the beacon. You know, you want to be holding forward when you press A and Y, okay? So I am gonna stop right here just to like get it back together. So run forward, A, Y. You'll see Tricky run up. Did you see him there? Now the point of that is that if Tricky starts running, you do not have to wait for him and you can continue moving. So you want to jump off that ledge and go this way then. Stick along this wall and then climb up here. Equip your fire blaster and highlight your bomb spores, which took us a second because you're going to collect these fuel cells. All three of them. Then keep going. Skip those fuel cells for now and continue down this path. Now highlight your flame command and your or equip your flame command and highlight your fireweeds. You're going to open this Cape Claw gate, which everybody knows we have to do at some point in the game. And the next beacon is right beyond the gate, so you're just going to fall. Press A when you can to place the fireweed, and then spam Y for the flame command. Now, climb up this wall and collect these 2 fuel cells on your way out. You'll have 6 now. Now, equip your grub tubs and also keep them highlighted. As you run up this way towards the warp stone to place the 3rd and final beacon, collect the 10 scarabs from this basket to our left here. Keep your grub tubs highlighted. Tricky will start running towards you. At some point, once he gets close to you like this, just stop and feed him. Press Y or A to feed him. Now continue on towards the last beacon, but this one's a little weird. You're not going to highlight, or you're not going to equip flame or the fireweeds. You're going to equip your bomb spore, okay? So, let's go back here. We fed Tricky. We're going to start running. You equip the bomb spore, highlight the fireweed, and highlight the flame. Go back to fireweed. Place it. And if you open your menu, flame will already be highlighted. So you can just spam A, then run this way, and spam Y here to place the bomb spore while Tricky is flaming the last beacon. And that's how you do fire beacons. Now, I saved on purpose at the beginning. That was a lot, so I'm just going to, like, do it again. Without stopping, really. It would have been faster to just save and quit. I soft reset because I was in a cutscene, and usually that's faster, but that cutscene was short. That was silly of me. Okay. So, just watch everything I do here, you know, and keep in mind the little advice I gave. We already have that, bomb spore again. Grab the first fireweed. If more than one fireweed falls down here, it's okay. You can go ahead and grab another one. You'll probably have to hit the tree twice anyway. So, like, grab two, because two fell. Now, you just want to make sure that the last one you get is one of the ones that's heading towards the first beacon. That's really it. So, last fireweed. Equip fireweed. Highlight flame. Keep moving. See Tricky running. Jump. Don't need to wait for him if you already saw him coming up. Highlight Fire Blaster. Equip Fire Blaster, highlight Bomb Spore. Grab these fuel cells. What? I went too sharp. That was my fault. My turn was too sharp and I fell off the ledge. So okay. Bomb Spore. Fuel cells. Then go this way. Keep going. Go ahead and equip your flame command and highlight the fireweeds again. You can roll cancel off of this ledge to get down a little faster, like that. Let go of the stick to do that. You can do that one pretty soon. You don't even really need to see the C icon appear. Grab the scarabs. Thorntail's in the way because we messed up the cycle a little bit. That's okay. Once he gets close, feed Tricky. Anytime when he's close works. Fireweed, flame, equip the bomb spore. Fireweed. Remember that flame will already be highlighted, so all you have to do is pull up the menu and spam A. And then bomb spore. And that's it. The real trick is the first beacon and making sure that Tricky continues to follow you during it. And the way you do that is by you don't stop in front of the first beacon to place. Okay, you want to be holding forward when you place the first fireweed. Okay, and do the whole little trick to get Tricky to come a little faster that I mentioned by using the flame command first. So, that's fireweeds. Now first you're going to turn around now, and we are going to begin heading towards Moon Mountain Pass. Get this mushroom. Equip your fire blaster again because we're going to be using a bomb spore here. I like to roll cancel off of that ledge into the bomb spore plant. It just feels a little smoother. So head out this way. Now for this part, to do it quickly, you want to approach from this left side here, then go into the door to your right to land on the first platform, and then jump immediately to the next one. If you want to do it without stopping, when you're coming from Thorntail Hollow to Moon Mountain Pass, you need to go right when you're jumping to the pillar. You can do it without looking like I just did. Like, I didn't actually stop and see the pillar and check which direction it's in, because I know it's going to be on the right, okay? Now, coming back from Moon Mountain Pass to Thorntail Hollow, it's the opposite. It'll be on the left. So right when going to Moon Mountain Pass, and left when leaving Moon Mountain Pass. When you get up here, grab that fuel cell that was right here. I didn't mention it, but grab that fuel cell, very important. You'll have 7 now going into Moon Mountain Pass. I like to go ahead and equip the moon key, because there's just no point not really. you'll be able to spam Y as you approach this gate. So first you have to watch this cutscene. The only hard part of this segment here in this little first short visit to Moon Mountain Pass before we go to the volcano is the Bully Claw. He's a little tricky to beat with that, because normally we have Ice Blast, but we do not right now. They're easy with Ice Blast, but without it, it's a little trickier. So we're going to go over that. Grab this fuel cell here. You don't need to stop like I did. That was silly. You're probably going to take some damage here. I always do. I'm bad at it. Spam Y if you had the key equipped to open the gate. Alright, now you want to equip your Fire Blaster again. You're going to go up here to fight the Sharp Claw, but first you're going to grab this fuel cell. Now, right here, the Bully Claw is going to see you. You're going to stop in this right before the end of this hallway and open your Fire Blaster before you target him, okay? So you'll be in the first person, so to speak, aiming mode, not combat mode. Then you're going to aim sort of at his head and fire your shots. There's kind of a rhythm to it. You don't want to spam the Fire Blaster shots, so watch how I do it. You see? There's sort of a rhythm to it. Now go and kill the last guy. That'll open a life force door and you can roll into that. Now, leave and head this way. Grab this red gem. Skip this health, it'll mess up the cycle. Now jump to this one, and this one, and this one. And if you do it carefully, you can jump on the edges, and like it'll be pretty quick. I usually grab this health because it's a full heart, and you take a lot of damage in the volcano, so you're gonna want to be careful. And actually, like, pick up some health along the way. That one is a good one. Continue this way. I mean, like, again, like I mentioned in the first video, I'm assuming that generally speaking you know the way to go. So, you know, we're just going through it right now. I like to equip the, I like to equip the Fire Blaster here and leave the Spellstone highlighted. Grab this mushroom, the furthest one, and then use the Spellstone as the key to get into the gate. Okay, now here, the flames are on a cycle, and if you make it, you can do it really quickly, but it's a little tough. You want to go for the left one first, and we got that one. You see how we arrived and it was like just turning blue. And then if you turn, the green will only be another moment on the right one. So that's what you want to do there. That just takes practice. You just have to be fast. Use the Spellstone again. Now, in this room, to trigger the fight that turns off the force field door, you have to pass an invisible trigger, an invisible wall, and then turn around and go back through the trigger. Like, so you have to go through the trigger and then back through the trigger for it to work. What it wants you to do is run to the end of the room and be like, oh, what do I do? And then turn around and all the enemies appear. So, I'll show you exactly what you need to do. I stop right here after this black mark on the ground that is in front of Fox's right foot. Behind Fox's right foot. So sort of like the mid-right of the screen. That black mark on the ground is what I look for. Then I shield to stop, and you can turn around, and they'll appear. You want to use your Fire Blaster to kill these guys. These shield Sharp Claws are a little bit tougher. They take 5 hits instead of 4, but other than that, it's not that bad. And then when you're done, head towards the force field door and roll through the cutscene. Now, use Flame immediately here, and then you can grab this health more than likely. Head towards the next one. Use Flame again. Get up onto the ladder so that you are on the ladder as soon as you're able to here. Now, if you're careful about this, you don't have to stop, okay? You don't have to stop and wait for the platform. So just trust it and keep moving once you've got them both active, okay? Run through, past this grub tub. Get this magic here. 3 red gems is actually quite a bit of magic. It should fill you back up. You can't ladder skip that. Grab this mushroom. Skip that one. And grab this mushroom. Again, trust it. You're good. You have plenty of time if you don't stop moving. And that's how you get through the Ice Blast room. Basically, you just gotta try not to worry about it. I mean, we've all lost runs to this, okay? It happens sometimes. But if you go fast, hit the flames. When you enter the room, it's the left flame first. And then you go to the right, and then you go up the ladder. Go around the way you have to go. And if you just keep moving, don't stop, and only pick up those 2 mushrooms that I picked up, you won't fall. If you miss one of the mushrooms, don't chase it. Okay, that's the other piece of advice here. Because then you will mess up the cycle, and that could take so much time. Like, if you were just to stop and wait, like, okay, watch. Let's say you turn this corner, right? And you can't see the platform, and you don't know where it's at in its cycle. It could have just come out, but you're standing here like, oh god, I know if I jump at it, it's gonna disappear. So yeah, then you wait for possibly a really long time. So that's that. Then head into the Ice Blast cave to pick it up. Now, the cycle of the moving platforms will reset when you exit the ice cave as well. So you can also trust them on your way out, and actually it's even a little easier. Remember to get over the water in these rooms, you hold sort of like from where you spawn, a down right into a full right as the camera turns. It's a little tricky, it takes some practice, but it's like down right into full right as the camera turns. So here, you can go ahead and equip that Ice Blast when you were leaving the cave. Actually, I stopped and waited. I'm gonna enter the cave and exit so that the cycle is good. So we've got Ice Blast equipped. We would equip it as we were running up. Ice Blast is equipped. Okay. Now, use Ice Blast on the first one. You'll have to stop and wait for that one for just a second, but then you'll be good. Use Ice Blast on that one. Jump off here and roll towards the ladder. Climb up. Ice Blast. Trust it. And Ice Blast. There. Once you put out all 4, you can continue. Now, so there's a little trick you can do here. After you get you'd probably be standing about here when you finish the last flame. You'll turn hard right to jump off of this ledge onto the elevator that just appeared. And you're going to do a roll cancel and then press A immediately. So what that comes out to is very quick button presses of X, R, and then A. You do it sort of right before you hit the ground, and you won't take damage from the fall, and you'll also use it immediately. So let's see if I can get that. Yeah, kinda. I didn't roll cans. I didn't shield, actually. That was weird, but we still got it. So whatever. I equip the Spellstone here as we continue, and then move forward. This is you have to trigger this peppy cutscene to continue.
And you might be interested to hear this. This temple has been built on a force point. A point where pure magical energy is forced up from within the core of the planet. This energy is so powerful that it continually attempts to break the planet apart. To stop this, the ancient Krasoa placed 2 spellstones stones inside the temple to absorb the energy. When General Scales removed the stones, the planet began to fall apart. By returning the spell stones back to the temple, you will bring the planet
So hold
together
forward
once
out of
more.
this cutscene.
Peppy out.
You'll have to adjust slightly to not jump in the lava, but that's good enough. Then spam Y here to use the spellstone as the key to move forward. It'll turn you around automatically, so hold forward again and adjust. Then use your Ice Blast to put out this flame. I equipped the Ice Blast after that right here. Okay, so for the first one of these flame puzzles where you have to put out all the flames in this hallway, the later one is the multicolored one. Go right to start, and go, what's that, clockwise around this. I made a mistake. That is not right. You're supposed to go left. I got them mixed up. I'm gonna see if I can reset this puzzle. Not sure if it'll work. So anyway, you're gonna go left to start. I made that mistake. You go counterclockwise on the first one. As soon as you get up, you can use Ice Blast. Run all the way up to this flame to try and avoid the bat, but that didn't work. Grab that mushroom there, grab the blue gem to refill your magic. Okay, that was early because we already put out the fourth flame, but you would put out the third flame, put out the fourth flame, and then then that cutscene would play and you grab this mushroom on your way down the ladder. Then continue on. Equip Fire Blaster. Go through this room and approach this jet from the left side. The Sharp Claw will chase you and they'll get hit by it. If they don't get hit by it, just kill them with Fire Blaster. It's faster than waiting for another cycle. Then head forward, jump to the platforms to get across. Run into the cutscene trigger, because it'll automatically turn you around, and that's much better. Hold down, oh no, sorry. Pull out your Fire Blaster, and then immediately try and shoot the blocks, which takes a little practice, but we did pretty good there. And then get tricky over here on the Flame Command as soon as possible. I like to use it a couple times just to make sure he's coming. And then get on the left side of this door as it opens, because it's just slightly better movement optimization. So then head forward. Equip the Spellstone, and head around to the warp. And we will place the first Spellstone. The Spellstone will be down and right. Or down and... Sorry. You're gonna spawn here. It'll be down and left from where you are, and spam Y. All right. Now, if you're extremely low on health, you could pick up health right here in this box. It has a puck egg in it. We'll get it just because. Grab this one mushroom again on your way out. Now here, you can't roll cancel off of this wall, but there is a way to skip this very slow climb. So when these doors open, approach like this and push like into the corner as you so you're on the far left of this. And as soon as you get into the rock wall climbing position like this, hold up and then kind of to climb up, and then kind of circle left and down. Fox will go over that little slope to his left, and you'll fall off. Just like that, and then roll out so you don't take damage. I would skip this box. It only has a half heart in it. It's not really worth it. And you're going to get more health in just a minute, too, so it's okay. Go ahead and equip Fire Blaster. And then again, if you just trust it, you'll be okay if you haven't stopped moving. I skip these healths as well. I don't find them worth it for the time it takes. And then run into this cutscene. And we will be starting a pretty tough segment, actually. Moon Mountain Pass is not easy.
Can you hear that? Acrozoa.
Do you wish to accept our test?
What is it talking about? What test?
I was released when she completed my test, but she is now in great danger, and for her to survive, you must continue what she started, and collect the remaining Krazoa spirits, for only the pure of heart can enter our shrines.
I can't just stop now to save this stranger. The planet is falling apart.
She sounds like she's in big trouble, Fox.
Find the remaining 5 Krazoa shrines. Complete the test within each, and bring the spirits to Krazoa Palace.
The warp stone can get you there.
When all spirits are returned, she will be saved. She is depending on you for her life. Defeat the creature to collect a moon seed.
Guess we better.
All right. Now you can go this way. And go into the cave to get the Groundquake ability. You should grab this box because it has a full heart in it, and it's just one of the more convenient ones. Then, when you open this, make sure that you roll into the opening. It's really important, because a firefly comes out of that... Well, actually, I'm not sure. Well, a firefly comes out of that opening, and you have not collected fireflies yet. But what I'm not sure about, now that I actually mention it, is I'm not sure if it will actually play the I got the fireflies cutscene, you know. It might not, because sometimes if you go very long into the game, it skips getting the cutscene, like the trigger just deactivates at a certain point. But I actually have no idea, because I've never gotten that firefly. It's pretty easy to avoid if you just roll. So, I would just avoid it. Either way. I'm not actually sure if it will lose you time or if you'll just have a firefly you don't need, but still. So then head in and grab the Groundquake. Spam A and hold down right. Into right. And then head up. Now you do want Fire Blaster equipped still, but go ahead and highlight your Groundquake. Now, what I'm going to explain this here. The Moon Mountain Pass creatures, there's kind of a quick kill for them. I mean, it is a quick kill. It basically cuts the amount of time you have that you would normally take to fight them in half. So normally, when you fight the Moon Mountain Pass creatures, what the game wants you to do is do the Groundquake so that they start spinning, and then whack their weak spot on their back, and then do it again. You use the Groundquake again, and you whack them again. But if you use the Groundquake on them and get them spinning to make them weak, and then kind of like push Fox's animation a little bit inside of their Fox's model inside of their model, like so just the tip of Fox's staff is sort of inside of it, and then press Fire Blaster, which should be equipped to Y, twice, so Y twice. Quite quickly, you can hit it twice with the Fire Blaster shots, and it will kill it, and it'll count as the 2 hits that are required to kill it. So, we'll try that real quick. So keep your Groundquake highlighted. Approach the creature. Groundquake. He'll start spinning. I like to get around on this side. Why? Oh, we missed it. We were too far in that time. You could see our one shot that went by. We're going to kill 4 of these guys, however, so I should have an opportunity to show it. When they die, they will simply drop the Moon Seed right in their spot, as you probably know. So as he's dying, you can pick up this Moon Seed. It happens instantly. Now here, you're going to have to do some pretty quick menuing. From where it opens you, it should be like fuel cells or something. Go up to get to the Moon Seed. It's faster than going down. So then place the Moon Seed, turn to Tricky, and use Flame. Now, stand here, use your shield, and equip the Grub Tubs. Now spam Grub Tubs to feed Tricky immediately. And then hold up to start climbing this immediately. So that's like a quick little succession of little things you have to do there. So it's plant Moon Seed, Flame Command, get up against the wall and shield. Hold shield so that Tricky's fire doesn't damage you. Let go of the control stick during the cutscene. Spam Y because you've equipped your Grub Tubs, and you'll feed Tricky instantly. And then during the Tricky feed cutscene, hold up and you'll start climbing immediately. So climb up and re-equip your Fire Blaster. Moon Mountain Pass is particularly tricky because there's things happen kind of fast. Like you have to do a lot of small actions quite quickly. So it's good to take some time and practice this area and know what you're doing, because a lot of time there's a lot of potential time loss just by like taking it too slow, you know. So now here I like to run ahead. If you miss the quick kill on that first creature and you had to use 2 Groundquakes, you should grab this red gem. Then do it again. There we go. Now, you see I ran through his death, and I picked up his Moon Seed, like, immediately. It happens immediately. You can do that to the first one as well. And then run towards this soil spot, which is right next to you, and just open your inventory and press A. The Moon Seed will be the first thing highlighted. Then open your inventory and switch to Flame, and again, hold a shield to avoid the damage from Tricky's fire. Then climb up by holding up during this cutscene. If you quick killed the creature, you should be able to collect both this health and this magic. If you didn't, I think they disappear. If it took you 2 Groundquakes, I think that takes too long. Now, as you're coming up here, again, keep Fire Blaster equipped and Groundquake, but we're going to do something a little odd after this. Okay, we got him. Grab his Moon Seed, grab the health, grab the magic, and then during all of this, so like, you killed him, you grab the Moon Seed, you grab the health and the magic, pull up your inventory and get to the bomb spores, because you're going to end that little movement here to plant a bomb spore. So you'll be like, boop, 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 bomb spore. And then spam Y here, or, you know, pull out to pull out your Fire Blaster immediately. And then this creature right here is the last one we need to kill. You only need to kill 4 of them. And, that's it. Because you only need 4 Moon Seeds to beat the game. So, you only need to kill 4 of the creatures then. Good. So that's what the quick kill is like. Now enter this cutscene.
What the? Look out!
After the cutscene, equip your Ice Blast, put out this first meteorite, and take it to the middle one. Drop it. Now go left and open up your find command. I like to equip it. Once you get past the grub tubs and over here, use find and kill that bat. Then wait for Tricky. Pick up the meteorite and drop it in the bottom left hole. Now go right. Use your find command. This bat will come up and attack you. It's a good idea to kill him. Grab the fuel cell. And in this crate is a Baphomet, which is the extra lives in this game, as you're probably aware. So Glitchless has an interesting routing where we actually pick up 2 Baphomets throughout the run and use both of them. What makes them fast is that when you die and you use a Baphomet, it revives you in the exact same spot that you were standing in when you died, which is like really important. And it refills your health completely. Meaning, if you're going through a high damage segment, you can use these extra lives, basically, to rush through without ever having to stop and pick up health and heal. So, there are 2 points in Glitchless where we'll be doing that, basically. So the first Baphomet we pick up is this one in Moon Mountain Pass. There are other Baphomets that we could pick up a little bit earlier, I think, that are, like, probably a little bit faster than this one. But this one has a peculiar effect where the text does not show during the cutscene, meaning that he's slightly faster to pick up than other Baphomets, so we just like him. You'll see that no text appears. Now go right, jump into the meteorite spot, pick it up, and drop this in the bottom right hole to proceed. Now here I like to equip Tricky's flame command and highlight the moonseed, use the moonseed, use flame, push yourself against the wall and shield. Hold up. Jump off this ledge, moonseed, flame, push yourself against the wall and shield. Hold up. Now, there's actually a little bit of disagreement. Like, it doesn't actually matter very much, but I do this a little bit differently than I know at least Celestial Derp, the world record holder, does. It doesn't really make a time difference, but I'm going to show you the way I do it because I find it smoother. He likes to feed Tricky right here, so he actually equips grub tubs during that, I'm pretty sure. And, will, like, feed Tricky right after that moonseed. But I do it at a different time, a little bit later, so we're gonna not feed Tricky. You don't need Tricky until, like, the time that I feed him, so basically. So, like, we're good. It's okay that he has no mushrooms right now. So I like to hold up out of that cutscene and continue. Now, I also like to get this blue gem, because it'll refill your magic completely. Now equip Fire Blaster. You're going to grab this health, probably, and that fuel cell. So you should have 11 fuel cells when you enter Krazoa 2. Now, if you want some health for this, though, because you're probably going to take some damage going forward. So if you have less, like, I'm only missing a quarter of a heart, which is fine. Like, that's not bad. But if I was missing at least a full heart, I would grab this health here before entering the warp and then head to the warp. But I'm fine. We're going to go with the health that I have now. So enter the warp and we will head to Krazoa 2. hold forward out of the cutscene, and then head straight to the ladder to your right. You are going to get hit by that bat. There's nothing you can do about it. Just ignore it. I like to hold forward here to get past these a little bit better. Highlight your ice blast before you climb out of the water so that you can quickly put out this fire and climb up the wall. After you climb the wall, scooch forward just a little bit, shield, and turn around to hit that switch. Now press X and you can roll cancel, or ladder skip, excuse me, and fall right into that water. Here, this section is really tricky, and everybody has sort of different strategies about getting through it. So, I'm going to explain this room as best I can. So you're going to be leaving this room, and you'll approach it this way. Now, what I do is I approach from sort of an angle, kind of like this, like just a little up left so I can see, and then I target, and I run across, and then switch. Here, I let go of target and run across this. Look to turn, run across this, and then jump here, and then pull out Fire Blaster and open the door. But there are other methods of doing this. So, I find that method pretty fast. It's also super risky. So, like, bear that in mind. It's definitely risky, but this is supposed to be a pretty advanced tutorial, so that's what I do. I'll try to do that fast one time, and also make sure I actually have health to do so. Okay, yeah, I'm just getting this health because I'm gonna take more damage again. So I, like, approach from that so I can see, and run like that, let go of target, look. Run into the wall, and you can kind of not have to worry about falling, and then door, you know. Another way to do it, that's what I do, quickly. Again, only grabbing that health because I'm going to continue to take damage trying this over and over again. I will show the beginner method, I guess. The beginner method is more just like at each corner you stop and use Z to look. But the problem with that is that the fire jets will knock you out of your Z looking, you know, the first person camera. So, the reason I don't like it is this first corner right here. If you stand at that corner and use Z to look and turn to move down to the next little path there, you will get hit by the fire and it will knock you out of your looking. And what I've noticed happens to me a lot when I've stopped to look is I'll be moving the camera, get knocked out, and move forward and just fall off, which is obviously way worse. So anyway, that's sort of what I have to say about this room, I guess. I honestly recommend just, like, making a practice file, maybe, for the whole Moon Mountain Pass segment, and just trying this a couple times, in case, so that you can get the hang of this. I would really just go for the advanced method. It's not that bad. You still stop to look for that one, then you get over this way, and open the door. Now, so funny enough, Krazoa 2 is, I've often heard, regarded as the only hard Krazoa shrine. Because, there's a pretty heavy RNG element to this fight. This is the test of combat, and, so several Sharp Claw are going to appear, and we have to kill them all to proceed and get the Krazoa Spirit. But, there's a particular way that we want to fight them because we don't have enough magic to use Fire Blaster on all of them. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to use Ice Blast. So this whole time you actually want to keep your Ice Blast equipped, or equip Ice Blast as you're approaching the Krazoa Spirit after the Flame Room. And I will show you what to do. The Sharp Claw are going to spawn shortly after we talk to the Krazoa, and we're going to start here, right where we are. And first thing we're going to do is run over here in this direction, because the Sharp Claw will sort of all be in front of Fox, sort of all in this area. And we're going to use the Ice Blast to try and hit as many of them with the Ice Blast at the same time as we can. And what this does is it overall will conserve our magic by hitting several Sharp Claw at the same time. The other benefit to using Ice Blast is that Ice Blast manipulates the game's RNG into giving you an increased drop rate chance of green magic gems. So the Ice Blast is the item that will also help you refill your magic. After you kill the first big mob, a Sharp Claw will spawn here, 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 and, it's like a, yeah, here, 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 and then sort of like here. Once you are sure you have enough magic, you can start using Fire Blaster. Remember, it takes 4 shots to kill each Sharp Claw. Try and weigh it appropriately. The goal of K2 is to get out of it without ever having to use a fighting combo to defeat any of the Sharp Claw. You definitely want to end with the Fire Blaster. Bare minimum, you want to defeat the last Sharp Claw with the Fire Blaster. Alright, so I will now demonstrate. I think that's everything. Oh, I guess the last thing is the RNG element of this is that the Ice Blast increases your chance of getting magic drops, but it does not guarantee it. So the bad RNG possibility of this is that you don't get any drops and you run out of magic. And that's what could happen during this. But it's kind of a risk-reward thing because this is your best chance at getting through without running out of magic completely. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, I might get bad drops. Run this way, pull out your staff, turn around to and use Ice Blast like this to hit as many as you can. We got 1 magic drop. 2 magic drops. So once you get 2, you're probably good, actually. Like, generally speaking, I killed that group with Ice Blast, and then once they start spawning individually like this, I start using Fire Blaster, if I have enough magic. They will spawn at the 5-second mark of each every 10 seconds, so like 305, 255, 245, and the final one spawns at 235 on the timer. See? 5. Now we're going to wait over here. Come and wait in the center of the room while you're waiting for these Sharp Claw to spawn, because if you're standing in their spot, then they will not spawn, and it'll take time. So standing in the center ensures that you are good. But look, 245. Boom. And the final one, 235. You want to kill him as quick as possible. 232 is not bad. Okay. And that is Krazoa 2. Moving right along. Spam A. Now just run forward towards Tricky here into this cutscene. You'll probably be pretty low on magic leaving K2, so we're going to pick up the blue gem as we're leaving. That is at the bottom of these hills.
You have proven yourself to be pure of heart. Bring the spirit to Krazoa Palace. I will guide you further when you get there. Come to Krazoa Palace.
Now go this way down the hill. You kind of got to go left first, otherwise you'll ledge grab. go around to this blue gem, pick it up, and then you'll just fall down, roll out of it. I like to pick up this grub tub. The bat sometimes causes problem. Put your staff away and run past these creatures. Break this box and get this full heart. Now, I'm going to show this barrel puzzle, which is actually pretty easy. This is not like I think we used to think this was harder, but actually it's like complete cake. It's so easy. So, grab the barrel and then walk to this slope right here. Like Fox is at the top of the slope that I'm talking about. And then super throw, like by holding forward and throwing the strong throw. And it will always land on the platform every time. As long as you're just like pointing at it, you strong throw it by holding forward and then throwing. And as long as like this slope is the perfect height to make sure that it lands. Then run over. And I'm not even kidding, you don't even have to look. Just hold up left and strong throw it again, and you will break it. You do not have to get it all the way across. The explosion hitbox on this wall that we just broke is extremely big. Run through and up the shaft. Try to grab one of these grub tubs at least, but they sometimes give you a lot of trouble because of the bats. Then we are leaving Moon Mountain Pass the way we came. We're going to exit to the left here. Roll. If you don't stop running here, the barrels are no problem. They can't catch up to you. Right here is a spot that you theoretically could stop to feed Tricky because he's so close to you, but I don't recommend it. I think it's still pretty awkward. The spot that I found I still like better than that. So here, remember, before we went right, now we're going to go left. We're going to trust it, and I bet we'll make it. Boom. Now here you do have to wait. For this next platform, you do have to wait because their cycle is just awkward. If you want to be safe about it, just wait until it's the one that we're about to jump to starts going down, which is right now, and then you're good. Then go and head on. You're going to grab this fuel cell in the grass right here. Okay. Now continue on. Run past that mushroom and you can avoid taking damage. Alright, back to Thorntail Hollow. First thing we're going to do is we're going to grab this mushroom. Then we're going to go this way. Go ahead and highlight your bomb spore and keep Fire Blaster equipped. Fall down here and press A to plant the bomb spore under the waterfall. Blow it up and head inside. Now, here, you're going to grab all of this stuff in this room, basically, because you've probably taken a decent little bit of damage throughout K2 and leaving Moon Mountain Pass and whatnot. So the route you want to take in this room is you're going to grab the first fuel cell, this fuel cell, break this box, get the health, get this fuel cell, and break this box, and get the health. Now, that is the last health that we are going to be picking up until probably after Cloudrunner Fortress. If this is the benefit of the second of the Baphomet that we picked up. There are some like high damage moments coming up, but with the Baphomet, hopefully, even if you're careful, you should be able to get through Cloudrunner Fortress without ever having to heal again. So. Exit and head up to the Warp Stone. You are going to approach from this side. Most of the time from here on out that you approach the Warp Stone, coming from this side is faster. Jump over and let go of the stick and spam A to get on him. Spam right to select Krazoa Palace. And press A. Okay, so alongside Krazoa 2 being the only really, like, challenging Krazoa spirit, Krazoa Palace 2 is also the only challenging Krazoa Palace visit, in my opinion. There's actually, like, 3 different tricks, basically, that we're gonna go through in this segment. So first and foremost, when you get out of the warp, just spam X to roll into the cutscene trigger.
So this is Krazoa Palace. Okay, Tricky. Let's find out where we can release the spirit.
Then hold forward.
Tricky? Tricky!
Sorry, I forgot to tell you. I cannot warp dinosaurs.
That's a shame.
I can still hear you, Fox.
Now, so this is the first trick. This room, when we run into this chamber ahead, 4 Sharp Claw will appear. And we are going to kill them all at once by using a barrel that is to our right here. You can try and kill them all at once. You usually won't kill them all at once. You hope the best case scenario that I usually hope for is like getting 3 of them, but it's possible. You can get all 4 of them at once. And so you're gonna grab so as you're running up this platform, you're gonna turn right, grab the barrel, and come through the columns this way. Now the Sharp Claw spawn here, okay? Now you're gonna kind of stand in the middle of them, and you're going to let them attack you, which will cause you to either drop the barrel or cause the barrel to explode, and hopefully they're ganged up enough on you that this will actually kill them. Try and pay attention to the spot that I stand in. This is a little RNG dependent as well, because the way they attack you and their movements dictate how many die, pretty much. But, you know, if you stand directly in the middle of where they spawn, you have a better shot. So we're going to stand, like, right here. They're not coming in. This is actually really bad. Ow. Yeah, see, they didn't approach me very well. But that's what you want to do. And then use Fire Blaster to finish the rest of them off and roll through the Life Force door cutscene. Come back and grab the barrel again. Now, this dark room is the last dark room in the... not the last, I'm sorry, that's a mistake. That's not true. It's the second to last dark room in the game, and if you're careful, it's not hard. So just sort of watch where I go. You're going to go up the ramp to the right, and follow the wall. Now, here, you're going to... Do you see where this corner is? If you might be better off looking at it on your own console. The video probably is completely black. But there's a corner right here where Fox is standing. Okay? You've followed the path, then you should know where I am if you're practicing this. Fall off at this corner and let Fox take damage on the ground. The barrel will drop from your hands, and it will always blow up that door. You do not have to stop and aim at that door, okay? It's a lot easier. You don't have to go all the way around. You don't have to stop and aim and throw the barrel. You can just fall off at that edge, that corner, and you'll hit the door. You don't want to roll cancel, because if you roll cancel, you will take a full heart of damage from the explosion from the barrel. If you let Fox take damage from the fall, he'll only take a quarter heart. So that's what you want. Then turn right and head this way. Next to the barrel, pull out your Fire Blaster and shoot the switch. Pick up the barrel. Go left first here. Pass the fire, blow up the door. Now I will that barrel drop right in here. That was the second trick that I was referring to. Here you'll probably have to wait a second for the flame, so just make sure it's safe and then get around. This is the third trick. Now, normally what the game wants you to do in this room is shoot the orbs with the correct colored fire and turn off the turret's shield, blow up the turret with your fire blaster, and then place the barrel and on the pad that's underneath it, and the door here will open. But if you're careful, there's an interesting trick, it's not considered a glitch, where you can run up, place the barrel on the pad, and as long as the door opens before the turret destroys it, the door will stay open. So you don't actually need to keep the barrel on the platform, you just need to get the door open. The best way to do that is to wait for the turret to be a full 180 degrees behind. So we're going to run out right about now, place the barrel, and turn. It doesn't matter if he destroys it. Like, look, the barrel's not there anymore because he blew it up. But the door is still open. And that's the last trick in the second Krazoa Palace visit. This is the most complicated Krazoa Palace visit. It's got 3 tricks, all of which are Glitchless exclusive tricks, because this entire segment is removed from every other category of the game through glitches. Head up the shaft, and you're going to go to the very top level, which is this way. And then go left here. Oh, someone just made the... Celestial Derp just made the point in my chat that it's also in 100%. Yes, it is. That is true. Come up this shaft, and as you're coming out of it, the camera will kind of shift, so I like to let go of the stick, and then once the camera is better up here, you can fix it by holding down and then sort of merging into forward. Then go forward and roll into the cutscene for the crystals cutscene.
She's beautiful. Whoa, a Krazoa spirit. But how do I get mine in there? What am I doing?
Peppy here! What are you doing, Fox? Release the spirit and get out of there! Peppy out!
Okay, I'm going.
Okay, after that, hold forward and go left, roll, and press A to place the Krazoa spirit.
Right there, Fox! Time for you to head down to
Okay,
the seaside.
so
Check the signposts for directions.
Okay, big fella.
the warp stone is going to give us the medium wallet, the 100 scarab bag,
Now, I've been keeping
which will allow us to get into Cape Claw, because we need 60 to get into Cape Claw. Spam A, and hold left out of that cutscene. Now, the way I like to get the scarabs here is I come down into the waterfall and head towards this rock first. Mash A. Get these scarabs. Use this rock. Get these scarabs. Use this rock. Get these scarabs. And then get this basket. And you will have a total of 80 now.
Back when you need me.
The reason I like that path is because it puts you near this wall, which is a straighter vector straight into Cape Claw. Or the, well, you know what I mean, the link map. I like to get this mushroom, if I don't miss it, of course. There's not a lot to be said about this link map between Thorntail and Lightfoot. You kind of just go through it. Then hold right. Sharp right to make that turn. Run to the left here to skip these Sharp Claw. And then pay the 60 Scarabs to enter Cape Claw. The way through the maze I will demonstrate. It's not that hard to remember, really. So just follow what I do here. Don't get hit by that guy, and then go this way. Remember to try to keep straight lines and sharp angles so that you're not running in a wrong or incorrect direction for long. You can do a ladder skip here, roll again, ladder skip here, roll cancel, and turn around and go this way. Then climb up this ladder, and you're in Cape Claw. Not a lot to be said. Here, so now I'm going to get ready and feed Tricky in a minute. I haven't fed him since Moon Mountain Pass, and it hasn't been a problem, but we're going to need him in a second, so I equip Grub Tubs here. Now we're going to keep going this way, stick close to the wall, and then switch to the fence, and then the cutscene triggers right here. After this cutscene, if you're going to feed Tricky right here, you should be spamming Y as you exit this cutscene. Tricky will run up to you in just a second, and it only takes a brief moment to feed him. Now hold down right out of the Tricky feed, because you're going to jump down to this fuel cell. You can roll cancel, you can roll, there's a lot of different ways to do that, but what, you know, risky or not, your call. Roll through the shallow water and get onto the island to cut out some slow swimming time. And equip Find. Just there, we actually had something really cool happen that almost never happens for me. I wasn't even going to mention it because it doesn't come up very much for me. But if you, that enemy helped us break that box, if you noticed. I only hit the box once, and then the enemy broke it for us with his shot. And then you just press Y to use Find on this. Grab these mushrooms while you're waiting for Tricky to dig. And then run back and pick up the gold bar as soon as he's done. Now head this way to the next gold bar. Stick along this wall. Come up this way to make sure you don't alert the Bully Claw. Now equip Ice Blast and fight the Bully Claw with your Ice Blast. Whoops, he hit us. That's pretty bad, actually. After Tricky's done using the Find command there, have him use Flame on that door, and then you can run through. You're going to want to alert this first Bully Claw and kill him, and then you're going to want to approach from as far left as you can and have Tricky start digging before this Bully Claw is alerted to you. If Tricky is alerted, if the Bully Claw is alerted before you command Tricky, then you won't be able to command Tricky. It won't let you. Now head this way, roll through the shallow water, and you're going to take the shortcut up to the pier to avoid having to pay the bribe claw. Well, that came out of nowhere. What do I want to do about that? I'm not going to use the Baphomet Dad because it will mess up everything later. Okay. What do we have? We have 3 of the gold bars, so let's go back to where we were. So we went over there and got 1 gold bar. Went over here and got number 2 and 3, right? Then we exited and we came this way. So equip your rocket boost, or you actually don't have to equip it, you can just highlight it, but there's really not a problem with equipping it. So use the rocket boost to get up, and you can skip the bribe claw by using that rocket boost. It's like a trick. He thinks he already, yeah, whatever. He thinks you already paid him, maybe, I don't know. And, but it works that way. Generally speaking, if we were going full speed, a good way to tell if you got a good Cape Claw and, like, went through really well without stopping is that this Bully Claw will actually be right about where he is now, but we will have done, like, all of Cape Claw, you know? So head through this way, past the Bribe Claw. Use Find here and grab this health while you're waiting. And then highlight grub tubs, but do not equip them. Feed Tricky after he's done, and press A, and you can grab the gold bar just like that. Now, equip the gold bars to Y. Jump that little gap. Jump this little gap, and you can spam Y here to give the gold bars to the high top. Hold down out of this cutscene and jump into the water. Once again, use the island to avoid some slow swimming. Go over as much of the land as you can, just like that. You can kind of cut some of these corners with the jumps. So if you run like this, you'll avoid the jumps. I'm going to show this. There's a little kind of tricky jump you can do here. To get to the ladder a little bit faster by jumping through these posts and then kind of holding right, and you'll land right in the ladder. It's really good. It takes a little practice, and it's a little bit of a, like, curvy control stick movement of, like, up and then right, but, like, up and then up right-ish, you know what I mean? And then, yeah, you'll land, like, right in the ladder. It's pretty fast. After you get to the top of the ladder, hit the switch and turn your camera around so that it's centered. Wait for you to see Fox again here, because the camera is really wonky there. I would not try moving during that. Like, just don't even bother trying to move during that little cutscene. Wait for the image of Fox to come back. And then hold right to turn right, and you'll do a ladder skip over this ladder. Roll again and jump, and you'll jump there. To activate the gas chamber puzzle, you will have to run past this corner, the corner that is to Fox's right next to the fuel cell icon, and then turn around. It's another pass-through trigger. So some fun facts about the gas chamber puzzle. It will not start hurting Fox until you, I believe it's when you press the A button on one of the blocks for the first time. Oh no, never mind, that's not true. It started hurting Fox. And maybe it just takes a second. Sorry, didn't know. So anyway, run to this block first. Hold forward, and you're gonna want to avoid pulling the blocks from side to side as best you can. You can let go of the A button a little early because the blocks will slide a little bit. So just make sure you hear the sound effect that tells you you're good. Make sure you push forward on the blocks. That was good. Now the only difference is for the last one, you have to hold A to end the cutscene, or end the segment. You have to be holding the block to trigger it. So don't do the little let go slide thing on the very last one. Now go down left out of that. And you can jump into this cutscene if you jump from right about here and towards the Queen... I cannot believe he hit me from up here. The Queen Cloudrunner's cage. You'll, like, fall into the cutscene trigger. So, like, let's see. You're coming from this way. Turn your camera around and just sort of like that. Yep, just like that.
Whoa! A Cloudrunner! Shoo shoo!
Alright, and then that will bring us back to
Have you two met?
Thorntail Hollow in a moment, or we will be going back to Thorntail Hollow in a moment, and then going to Cloudrunner Fortress, which will be the end of this section of the tutorial.
Probably been saying bad things about me.
Who locked you in there?
General Scales. Who else? You see, I am the queen of the Cloudrunner tribe and also its gatekeeper.
That guy needs to be taught a lesson. Where is he now?
He used my powers to open a path to the Cloudrunner fortress. I must return there to help my tribe.
I'm gonna need that spellstone. Looks like you've got yourself company, lady. Peppy, I'm returning to the R-Wing. Can you make sure it's ready for takeoff?
Wait a minute! There's no way I'm going up to her fortress.
Okay, you can sit this one out. We'll head back to Thorntail Hollow, and you can wait there for me to return.
I'll meet you at the fortress. Good luck.
Alright. Hold forward out of this cutscene. Now, equip your Fire Blaster, jump that corner, and shoot the bridge right here. It's a pretty easy shot that way. You can jump that little edge there, and then continue on. Whoops. Don't bump the tree like I did. Oh my god, these bully claws are after me today. Not helping my case. Normally they're not as bad. Wait a minute. Let me think. Do you get that yellow gem? You do not have to get that yellow gem. Correction. I don't think so. I normally do not, I believe. Ladder skip. Then climb up. And now, I mean, not much to be said about this part. We're really just running back to Thorntail Hollow. We will grab some scarabs really quick, and that is actually sort of something, so... Get to that. Oh. Go around the well that way. Go back through the maze. Okay, now here, keep running. Don't stop running, okay? The Sharp Claw are on a cycle. As soon as you get to this rock, turn it on. The Sharp Claw will get alerted, and if he gets too close to you, it won't let you use the rock. You'll have to grab both of these scarabs, so you want good RNG there. We didn't get good RNG there because one went really far away. But get both of those scarabs. You want 40 now. All right. I like to grab the scrub tub because he's right there. You're probably going to take damage from these guys, so just eat it. And then head to the R-Wing. You're going to spend 10 fuel cells to get to Cloudrunner. Once again, there's not much I can say about the space segments other than don't mess it up. Get the required amount of gold rings and remember to keep boosting. Cloudrunner Fortress is one input to your left.
Cloudrunner Fortress?
And you can skip that one right as Peppy is saying, like, Cloudrunner Fortress. As soon as he finishes that, pretty much, you can skip and avoid the lag spike. Remember to keep boosting. Okay, Cloudrunner Fortress is pretty complicated, so we're going to do our best to explain as best we can. Hold forward out of this cutscene.
I'll fly ahead and check if it's safe. Meet me inside.
Skip that sharp claw. Hop up onto the ledge here, and then run over and fall off here. Turn your camera as you're falling, and then hold upright to swim towards this immediately. Hop onto this ledge, and then I like to turn around and target to get onto this pad, so that I'm facing forward for this. There's really nothing I can say about this challenge, except don't mess it up. If you're familiar with this game, you're probably familiar with how challenging this is. You just want to get through it without letting go of the control stick. That's basically the entire challenge. And actually, the game practically forces you to do that to complete it anyways. So we're not that far off. Skip that box there, and you got it. Now you're going to run up here. Climb up here, I mean. Pull out your fire blaster immediately and shoot that switch like that. You can just barely hit it. Now start running up the ramp. If you did good, then these guys will be on a cycle where you'll only get hit by one of them. However, we did not get that. They're actually pretty far away. So we got hit by two of them, and that's alright. Ladder skip here. Whoa! Roll cancel here. Do not roll. Roll cancel. Then run this way towards the switch. Hit the switch. I like to shield there to hit the ladder. I often have a hard time just turning into that ladder. Climb up. And then roll into the cutscene trigger.
I know it was the fox that set you free. Now where is he?
I do not know what you're talking about.
You will tell me! Where can I find the fox?
He will find you, and he will destroy you.
Stop! It's over, Scales. Leave the queen alone.
Enough! Take her away! The famous Fox McCloud! How nice of you to pay us a visit. Why don't I show you some of our hospitality?
Okay. So out of this cutscene, hold sort of like up left and grab this immediately, push, and then run around it. To avoid the sharp claw in this room, just stay on the right side of the path. You'll be fine. Go through the door about there. Now, for this part, you don't have your staff, so you can't shield. So there's kind of a specific way that you want to fall off of this platform. You want to roll into it like you're doing a ladder skip. Let go of the stick and go neutral. And then roll again as you hit the ground towards the barrel. So look. Let go. Roll. Then grab the barrel and place it on the platform, or on the fan, and step on the platform to get the Sharp Claw disguise.
Hi, Fox. I've been studying the mission, and I think this will help you.
Hold right and equip the Sharp Claw disguise. When you get up, you can use it.
You take over. Keep eye on prisoner. Me go for break.
Hold forward out of this cutscene and spam A to pick up the staff instantly. Spam A, and now hold down out of this cutscene because you want to remember to free Gradabug, the engineer of Cloudrunner Fortress. He's the switch on the left there.
To find the spells,
You need to free him. Do not forget to do so.
the wind lifts. This is the key to the power chamber. The power supply to the whole city is down. These wind lifts will only work if you restart the generator.
Press A. Okay, now go right. Highlight your Fire Blaster because you're going to use it here to open the door. And then... Oh, okay, we made a small mistake somewhere along the way here, I believe. We have a little less magic than we need. So we're going to grab this green gem to make up for it. Probably just somewhere in demonstration, I lost a little bit of magic. You should be able to hit that switch and then immediately turn on your Sharp Claw disguise and start running up here. Equip your Sharp Claw disguise for this section, and so that you don't get hurt by the sentries as you go up. You want to climb and get off of the climbs as fast as you can each time, because climbing is extremely slow. So the better you do at that, the faster you'll get through this long rock wall climbs. Oh, see, I got stuck on the corner there a little bit. That was unfortunate. And then for the last one, approach it as far to the right as you can. Keep your disguise equipped through here. Okay, avoid that light. Get that blue magic, and then equip your disguise again. Now, this whole section is kind of on a cycle with the robots, so I'm kind of going to try to just get through it and pause if I have to explain something, so as to not mess up the sentry bot cycle. But you're going to do left first. Now hold down or slightly right of down out of this. Land on this platform and run along this. Keep close to this edge to get past that little rock. Equip your Fire Blaster. Jump up onto this big crate. Use your Fire Blaster to quickly destroy that crate. Hit the switch. Left. Roll cancel. Climb up the ladder. And roll along this far wall to clip past the fire. And that is how you get to this light gem but quickly and before it closes. This is the tightest one. This is easily the hardest one. Press A, hold down, and then right to get out of here. I do not usually equip the disguise here. I eat that damage, because you'll avoid him there. Now it's right. The right switch to get this one. Down left to leave. Avoid that sentry bot and equip your rocket boost. Now fire clip again past this fire. and rocket boost up. Now, we are going to die when we go through the fire. That's okay, because we knew we were going to die at some point in Cloudrunner Fortress. And as long as we, like, can get a little bit into the fortress, you'll be okay. This should prevent you from having to pick up any health during the fortress. We're going to use the Baphomet. So yes to use the Baphomet. And you will be revived in the exact spot you were in and with full health. And brief invincibility. Then the last one is center. You do not need to equip the disguise for this part. Hold straight down and then left to go this way. Avoid that sentry bot. Climb up the boxes this way. Avoid that sharp claw. And there you go. That's all 3 light gems. Now, you can do this a couple different ways. I like to equip each of these 4 items that we're about to use before we use them, because the inventory stays the same, and it's not actually that hard to do so. Jump off about there to make sure that you don't ledge grab. So spam Y here, open, and spam Y again, and it'll be the first item each time. Like, that'll be the one you need if you go around the room this way. So, it's just better. Like, it just makes sense to me to equip each item. And there you go. Alrighty, getting ready to move on to the next part. You hold down out of this cutscene, and sometimes the camera's weird there and it messes up and I'm like facing that way. I don't know what the deal is with that. Sorry. Go around these rocks and avoid the sentry bots as best you can, just to avoid taking damage here. If you walk on the sides, they sometimes don't hit you. You want to grab this magic gem and equip your Sharp Claw disguise and activate it before you get up here, so that the Sharp Claw are not alerted to you. Hit that button and grab that green gem, and then re-equip your Fire Blaster. Kill that Sharp Claw first. Go this way. Avoid him for now. Kill this Sharp Claw. Then kill this Sharp Claw. Then kill this Sharp Claw. And then kill this Sharp Claw. It's just better placement. Pull up your menu before that Life Force door and you can use your menu during it. Turn on your Sharp Claw disguise and grab the Sharp Claw barrel. Place it on the pad. Climb up the ladder. Run into the Sharp Claw pad at the top here to start the barrel mover, the Barrel Mover 9000. Hold down right-ish out of this cutscene because you're going to want to do something while it's coming. Come and grab this yellow gem, then activate the Sharp Claw disguise before you get it. Grab the barrel, and if you were fast during this, you should have enough time to just jump at this ledge like I did, and the barrel will blow up the wood door. The only thing you need to be worried about is the sentry bot, okay? If you were slow, killing the Sharp Claw, getting the barrel up here, all of it, then the sentry bot will be further along this path. He's coming towards us right now. So, if he's coming at you, your barrel will explode on him, okay? Like, he will break your barrel before you get to where you need to be. So if you went too slow and you're worried about it, you might want to stop and see where the sentry bot is. And if he's really close and about to pass you, you should let him pass you before you go. Because getting another barrel up to the second floor takes a lot longer than waiting for him to pass. Okay, so the barrel will blow up the wood, and we're going to go right into that room. This floor falls out, and we will continue this way. Run over here. Roll past these boxes to turn on that ladder. Then hold down right to start running towards it. We're going to hit the left switch in this room first. You do not need to grab this yellow gem. Turn on your disguise again so that you don't take damage here. Then you go this way, jump to this box, and then over. I like to turn off my disguise here, hit the plant, then hit the switch, then turn on my disguise, and then grab the gem as I'm leaving. And you'll have your disguise on and full magic. Run over here. You're going to grab another barrel to free the Queen Cloudrunner. If you approach like this, you will always be able to get the barrel across. You kind of take a wide angle at the door and then turn sharp left into it and aim forward, and the barrel will leave your hands, but it will glide forward. If it hits the wall, it happens. You just got to maneuver it back to the door you need to get through. And you can throw the barrel right about the time you're passing these pillars that, or these, whatever, yeah, pillars that Fox is next to.
Are you all right?
My children. When I was captured, they became scared and are now hiding around the fortress.
Okay, baby Cloudrunners.
Please, take this. Use it when you hear them. Its call will guide them back to me. If the Sharpclaw find them, I fear they will leave the fortress forever.
So now, let's see. This is a little bit tough to explain, generally speaking, so I'm going to do my best. Baby Cloudrunners is a little complicated. Spam A here, you got the Cloudrunner flute. Go left here, equip your Fire Blaster, and highlight the flute, okay? First off. The cutscene's here. Now, we're going to run forward to the Sharpclaw. I'm going to explain what I'm going to do here. You run forward to him, use your Fire Blaster to kill him, alright? And then as he's dying, pull up your menu and stand on the box that you have to stand on to play the flute for the Cloudrunner. As the Cloudrunner is landing, if you've got your menu pulled up, you can still use your menu and use the Cloudrunner flute, and you can actually play the flute for him a couple seconds before he lands, which is really fast. If I can get it, it'll be cool. So that's what you do. Watch what I do, and you should see it sort of unfold. As soon as you see the C icon on the Cloudrunner, you can play the flute. Do you see what I mean? Like, we played the flute during the cutscene, which is cool. Hold down or slightly left of down out of this to continue on. Pull out your Fire Blaster about here to shoot the switch. Go through. Now, okay, for that one is easy because you pretty much just have to stand on the box to play the flute for that Cloudrunner. But for the rest of these, I'm actually going to stop and show you where you need to stand to play the flute for the Cloudrunner. And if you are fast about it, then you can do it basically as soon as you kill each of the Sharpclaw, and it'll work every time. You don't actually have to, like, wait for him to land, you know, for any of the baby Cloudrunners to land. So going forward, first kill the Sharpclaw, make sure your flute is highlighted. Sharpclaw 1. He headbutted. Sharpclaw 2. Now where you want to stand for this Cloudrunner is right here. You can look at this box on the ground, like not the crate that the baby Cloudrunner is standing on top of, but the actual square, the tile square that Fox is standing in, and you kind of stand in this corner of the square, and the baby Cloudrunner will give you no trouble. And you can hit the flute as soon as you kill the Sharp Claw. Just, like, kill the Sharp Claw, stand in that spot, and hit the flute. You do not have to wait for the baby to land. Hold, I think it's sort of right out of this. Yeah. You can jump off here to avoid a ledge grab. Exit the debris this way. Go back through here. This is where you were at in the beginning. You can ladder skip here, but I find it really hard. I actually got it that time. Use rocket boost here to get up. You should have it equipped probably, so you don't have to wait like I did. Now, kill the Sharp Claw in this order. 1, 2, 3. And now, the way I do this is, if you kill them in that order, you can use the flute right where Fox is standing right now. Like, basically where you would be standing to kill that last Sharp Claw. You saw him land behind me during the cutscene, and as you can see, it worked. Hold down right out of this cutscene, and turn your camera around. You're going to ledge grab here, roll cancel to avoid damage, then go up the ladder. Okay, now we're going to pick up some magic. So, you can come around this way, follow this path again, like you had been. Now, pick up this red gem, jump in the water, get out over on the other side, and pick up this red gem. Now go past these Sharp Claw. Don't need the disguise, they're fine. And then kill all 4 of these Sharp Claw. Now, where you want to stand for this guy is on the neck of the Cloudrunner emblem. You see the Cloudrunner emblem on the ground? You want to stand on the Cloudrunner's neck, like where Fox is right now, for it to work. Now hold down right out of that-ish, you know, because you're going to run this way. Now, okay, so now we're going to get ready to go to the boss of Cloudrunner Fortress, which, as you probably are aware, contains a really long barrel puzzle. We're actually going to get the barrel ready before we have the Queen Cloudrunner open the door for us. So first thing first is equip your disguise and use it. And get the barrel in here. I like to approach like that, turn around just slightly so the barrel doesn't hit you, and as long as the barrel is in the wind gust, you're fine. Grab this yellow gem. You can kind of jump there to avoid the sentry bot.
Thank you, Fox. As
Now the
promised,
barrel is already in the wind gust waiting for us, so she's going to open the door for us now, but the barrel has such a long timer on it that you literally you have so much time to do this. Like, if you move fast, you'll be fine.
Force Point Temple. Our planet is in your hands.
Forward out of this cutscene. You can go ahead and turn on the disguise now. Fall down here. Drop here. Jump along these platforms to avoid the curves. Go through the gate. Roll under it if you can. Go through. Turn off the gust. Turn on your disguise again. Grab the barrel. Cut around this column on the floor and throw the barrel there to open the door. to the Cloudrunner Fortress boss, and that, my friends, is the whole dungeon, other than, of course, the boss fight. As you're coming in here, you can, so you're going to come in from this way, throw the barrel. You can ladder skip this ladder, so just ladder skip it. And then last thing is hold up left and target out of this during this black screen, and then once you see Fox again, hold forward and roll into the cutscene. Okay.
Scales!
Now, the last thing for this part of the tutorial is the Cloudrunner Fortress quick kill, it has a couple names: Spellstone 2 boss quick kill, CRF boss quick kill, you know. I am not going to go super heavily into this because this is one of those tricks that I mentioned that is considered kind of a major trick across all categories, and tutorials already exist for this. But I will give you the general idea of it. Basically, the Sharp Claw go around this course, okay? And you have to kill the lead Sharp Claw who is carrying the Spellstone. The other Sharp Claw don't matter. So that means the best way is to get ahead of them. You can kind of take the path that I'm taking now to work on getting ahead of them. Stick close to the walls, and I cut the gas at this corner very briefly to make a sharper turn. Then you go over that boost. Careful not to bump walls or a Sharp Claw we just did, so I don't believe we're going to get it. Yeah, no, we're definitely not going to get it. And then you, but assuming that you're ahead of him, okay, you'll come through and you'll break right about here on this lights patch on the ground, and the lead Sharp Claw will run right into you, and his car is going to spin out, and he's going to kind of bump into the wall about here, and you're going to meet him there. You're going to get over there yourself and hit him several times in a row, and you'll kill him in just one lap of the Cloudrunner of the course, because as you can see, this is the beginning, and it loops. Okay, so I saved. I'm going to probably try this a couple of times, but that's the gist of it. I'll just try to, I'll do it a couple times and just try to get a successful attempt. It's hard. Like, real talk, this is just a hard trick. Plain and simple, it's a tough trick. And I will link tutorials for this quick kill in the description of this video.
Get the Spellstone out of here!
But once we get this, that will be the end of this part of the tutorial. Make sure you're holding A as you start, by the way. Okay, well that was very nearly it. We just so happened to not get far enough ahead, and he slightly got away from us, but that's basically it. That was right. He did the correct spin out, and you want to meet him as he crashes into the wall just like that. But he just got away from us a little bit there, so you just want to practice that and make sure that you don't let him get away from you. We managed to get him quite quickly after that. That was a solid backup. But yeah, so that's basically the trick. Actually, that was pretty. The lap around the course was pretty good. We just accidentally didn't hit him enough at the end. All right. So, Spellstone 2. That is part 2 of the Glitchless tutorial, and about half of the actual runtime of the game. We're about halfway through the game itself now, because the game is front-loaded, really. The game has more content in the first half than it has in the back half. So, yeah, just about 50% of the game. Alright, well, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks to those who tuned in for the live tutorial. And I will see everybody soon for the next part of this video.